Okay, so quick note before I start. I filmed this and my booktube newbie tag on the same day because originally they were going to be combined into one video, but then I was like, that's way too long. So now it's split into two. Anyway, yeah, now it's split into two, so I'm wearing the same clothes, but it's fine. So let's get into it, I guess. Okay, so this is my bookcase. I recently reorganized it, which I think in a later video I'm gonna upload you'll see the old version. But it was organized originally by genre, and then within genre, author's last name. So now it's just by alphabetical author's last name. Sorry, I'm on my bed, it's probably kind of wobbly. But so I decided to reorganize it because originally these top two shelves were paranormal books. And so my bookcase was kind of starting to get like this shape because I was adding more books onto these non-paranormal shelves, but my reading taste had changed, so I wasn't really on paranormal anymore. So I basically just took everything off. Plus there was a lot of books that like I didn't know where to sort them into my categories, and I didn't want to make new categories, so I just decided to get rid of the categories altogether. I made them myself. I have some random junk up here. I generally don't read a lot of, sorry, I'm not a good multitasker. I just read a little bit of everything. I'm trying to kind of figure out right now what I do like to read, because it used to be YA paranormal romance, but now I'm kind of looking for something more. So I'm trying to figure it out. I don't really know what else to say. Maybe I should have done a tag. I need some questions. My favorite books are these here. These ones are good too, but these ones particularly are like my favorite. So, bookshelf tour. Like I mentioned earlier, there's like random junk up here. And then here, we'll get into the books. I have some paranormal romance. A lot of this is paranormal romance, maybe like a little over a third. No. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so let's get into the actual bookshelf tour part. This is my second time doing this because the first time I was looking at the books and not the phone, and it was all like, I'm talking about the shelf above this, you know what I mean? So, we have Deluxe Beginnings by Jennifer L. Armentrout, The Summoning, The Reckoning, The Awakening by Kelly Armstrong. I'm doing it again. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. The Shadow and Bone Trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. A Long Way Gone by Ishmael Bia. White Cat by Holly Black. And The Darkest Part of the Forest, also by her. The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. The Diviners by Wilbur Bray. Unspoken by Sarah Reese Brennan. Frozen Fire by Tim Bowler. Undertow by Michael Buckley. In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. Ender's Game and Speaker for the Dead by Orson Scott Card. In the last one I said Orsley Scott Card. Love that. Here we have the selection, like the one, The Heir of the Crown by Kiera Cass. The Testing by Joel Charbonneau. On the other side, we have The Warrior Heir by Sandra Williams China. The Hunger Games Trilogy by Suzanne Collins. And then the Mortal Instruments, I think, series by minus City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare, and then the Clockwork one also by Cassandra Clare. Haven by Christy Cook. The Maze Runner by James Dassner. Doom by Tracy Deebs. Alex and Eliza by Melissa Dale Cruz. All That We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Nickel and Dimed. The Book of Evil by Amy Engel. The Graces by Laura Eve. Carrier of the Mark. And Shadow of the Mark by Leigh Fallon. +1 by Elizabeth Pham, which is a really great standalone dystopian. Something for English. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald is like this tiny. My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. And Endgame, like the Avengers, by James Frey and Nils Johnson Shelton. Yes, I'm going to talk about like the trinkets on the shelf, but I'll start with the junk at the top. When I was little, I was really into the Pink Panther. It was like my favorite movie. I thought it was hilarious. So my dad, so I have some wind chimes I just hit. My dad got me like an imitation Pink Panther diamond, which is really nice. I have some fake flowers. Me and my best friend used to drink Japanese sodas when we were little, and so originally I kept this because it like smelled good from the Japanese soda, but then the smell faded and then it was just a good memory. This is like a build your own animal from wooden shapes kit that I got from a mall kiosk when I was little, and I built it with my dad. This is a paper mache walrus head that I made. This is gold badminton birdie. This is a little clay statue I made of a man with a starfruit for a head wearing a galaxy print tuxedo jacket. This is a glass elephant that randomly appeared in my room one day. And then this was a birthday present. Went through all this. This is just a box of rocks, pine cones, stuff from outside. This is fancy soap. This is a Christmas ornament that is apparently falling apart. This is a mug with Triton from the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt's rap song lyrics on it. And then this is a member of the Molfia, which is a little stuffed animal gang I made. Yeah. So, going on to the next shelf. On this shelf, I have Dark Places and Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, The Witch of Willow Hall, which is Hester Fox's debut novel, and it's so good. Diana Gabaldon, Outlander, not so great. Ruby Red, Sapphire Blue, and The Empty Space for Emerald Green, in case it ever wants to come back to me. One day, I came home, it wasn't here. I never lent it out to anyone. I don't know why anyone would want to steal the third book in a mediocre paranormal romance series, but it walked off, so I leave a spot empty for her just in case she wants to wander back. Kirsten Gear's far better series, in my opinion, is Dream a Little Dream and Dream On. Eve and Adam by Michael Grant and Catherine Applegate. My hand is cramping. Defy the Stars by Claudia Gray. Memories of Anne Frank by Alison Gold, who was like one of her childhood friends. They both were in Auschwitz. Unhallowed by Cynthia Hand and Unearthly and Hallowed by Cynthia Hand. Unhallowed. A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry. Hexall by Rachel Hawkins. Gakuen Alice by Tachibana Higuchi is how I'm gonna pronounce that. Cruel Beauty and Crimson Bound by Rosamund Hodge. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer and the Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. A.G. Howard, Splintered in Roseblood. The Shadowfall series by C.C. Hunter, which I really liked back then. Need, Captivate, Entice, Endure. This is one of my like OG favorites, along with Fallen by the Fallen series by Lauren Kate, and then snuck in between is Julie Kagawa, The Iron King. Lumine, probably haven't heard of it. The Secret, this is like my Nancy Drew books that I have from elementary school. My dad used to read them to me like a chapter a night before I went to bed. The Duff by Cody Keplinger. The Shining by Stephen King. Alienated, Invaded, and United, which is like a really good paranormal alien series that I really like. By Melissa Landers. Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. 5 Feet Apart. There's a bunch of authors. I didn't like it. Here are their last names. Pittacus Lore, the Lorien Legacies series, which is one of my middle school favorites. I really mean to like reread it and finish it because I kind of was over it with these last 2 books, and I really just want to finish it someday. It's on my goals list. So if we're looking at the trinkets on this shelf, I have a badminton birdie that lights up in case you, for some reason, want to play badminton in the dark at night. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, there it is. Yay! I have some bath salts my friend gave me as a birthday present in 5th grade. And then I have this duck I got at a science job fair. On the other side, I have this, which I won at a raffle when my band was in high school. I played in like the high band where we went on like tour, and so we were in Colorado and they were giving us a tour of CSU where we were performing, and I won the raffle for this little stuffed animal, and then this is a mug I got when I was little. I think it's really cute. So, next shelf, I have the Giver Quartet by Lois Lowry, Prodigy and the Young Elites by Marie Lu, the Throne of Glass series, the first 4 by Sarah J. Maas. I kind of lost interest. A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Also, this one, it was good. I liked it. Second one the most. This one kind of got a little bored. This was terrible. I dropped my phone. You're gonna hear that a lot. Oh god. Shatter Me series minus the other ones. By Taha Mafi. Fragile Eternity by Melissa Marr. Yeah. Game of Thrones by George R. R. Martin. Sorry, my hand is like cramped. Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt. The first 4 books by Marissa Meyer in the Cinder series. Winter is Over Here got split off. And then these, which are her new series, which I think is so much better than this one. This is my favorite series. I talked about it. It's Keeper of the Lost Cities, the series by Shannon Messenger. And then snuck in here, I have The Crucible by Arthur Miller, I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, Born a Crime by Trevor Noah, My Life with the Walter Boys by Ellie Novak, Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott Odell, Blood Rights by Kristen Painter, Kiss of Deception, The Heart of Betrayal, and The Beauty of Darkness, Mary E. Pearson, who for a brief time followed me on Instagram, Anna and the French Kiss, and Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, Jodi Picoult by, I almost said Jodi Picoult by My Sister's Keeper, My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. On this shelf, I have a clock that I made. I have the other member of the Molfia. He's the leader because he has the tie. I have this old necklace where the plastic jewels on it started to yellow, so it got demoted to bookshelf. I have this box of like pencil pens, bookmarks, and stuff, and then this Christmas ornament that my friend made me. It's like melted crayon inside of a bulb, and it's super pretty. Look, I'm living on the edge. I'm gonna hold it on the side with the camera. Okay, so here on the 3rd shelf, it doesn't go around. I have my nightstand on this side. Okay, so the actual books on it go to the wall, and then there's Across the Universe by Beth Revis. This was a gift from my dad. The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan. I was really into all these books when I was in elementary school. All the kids were. And so I got my dad into them, but now we have like a family set. So this is like my one. Another book for English, Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. And then The Little Prince in English, Et en français. Marjan Satrapi Persepolis, Fire and Blood by Veronica Scott, The Invention of Hubert Cabret, and Wonderstruck by Brian Selznick, Le Petit Nicolas by Sempe Goscini. No, that's like not, hold on. That's right. Macbeth by Shakespeare, Reckless Journal by Carrie Smith. That was a failed summer project. Trueborn by L.E. Sterling. Okay, so Strange Angels, Betrayals, and Jealousy by Lily St. Croix. The Raven Cycle, the first 2 books by Maggie Stiefvater. This is also on my list of books to read. Then I have Gifted by H.A. Swain. Fruits Basket, I was really into this series and the anime in middle school too, by Natsuki Takaya. The Gospel According to Larry, which was like the first deep book I read in middle school. It's about minimalism. Woo! In the corner, I have Daughter Smoke and Bone, the first, I don't know, it's a trilogy, I think, by Laini Taylor. The Six by Laura Thompson. And then Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea and Between the Spark and the Burn by Genevieve Tuchok. So on this shelf, like I mentioned, my nightstand is over here. And then I have like a box of random stuff and then my alarm clock. Okay, so this is the last shelf. This is actually my third or fourth time filming this because the last time I filmed it, it was actually upside down. I'm gonna flip. Hold on. Can I do this? Is that gonna mess up the footage? So, if we're gonna get into it, it was also not only upside down, but really dark. So this time I have a flashlight. Hopefully this helps. So I have Popular by Mai Van Wagenen. It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. The Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells. Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. Night by Elie Wiesel. The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. And The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. And Hotel Ruby by Suzanne Young. And then if we look over here, I have my unread books. So I have Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, Flashback by Shannon Messenger, and A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Back to the past. So that's my shelf. Hopefully this footage is better and not all completely out of frame. I would probably cry. Okay, so that's the end. Hopefully you liked it. If you have any questions, maybe you want to know more about a book I talked about, or I said an author's last name wrong and you want to yell at me, feel free to leave it in the comments. I think that's it. Yeah.